I thought I'd do something a little different today. I decided before heading out to the stream to tie two fresh flies. I didn't have my vise set up, so I just did it freehand. I had some pheasant hackle from Japan that Dr. Shigaki gave me on my last visit, and I decided to tie the Amano Kebari, one of my favorite flies, and just fish with those two flies today. I decided to tie two just in case I lost one. Fly tying really is pretty simple. You don't need a whole lot of tools to tie a very basic pattern, and the Amano Kebari is one of my favorite flies. After I tied the whole thing with the same sewing thread, I finished it on the back of the fly where you have a lot of room. One of my favorite reasons for tying the reverse hackle style fly. And there you have it, pretty much complete. The Amano Kebari, pheasant hackle, sewing thread. Today rained, it snowed, it was sunny. This is the Rockies. I went to a new place I've never been to before, around Walker Ranch outside of Boulder. It was a beautiful spot, nice runs, beautiful pools, and of course, gorgeous mountain trout. I was using a 13-foot, 14 feet 7-inch prototype rod, and the end of that 3.5 level line, 14 feet of it, 4 feet of 5X tippet, and one of the flies that I tied on this morning to begin with. I decided not to bring multiple cameras with me, so everything that I shot today in this video is filmed with an iPhone. It was windy as well. Sometimes I wanted to film myself, I put the camera on a rock, and of course in one of my first shots it got knocked down. But I continue fishing, of course. The trick to fishing in the wind is to have a very fast cast, not a whole lot of power, just speed, and in some cases just to use the wind to your advantage. The fish were a little bit lethargic today. The only casts that worked were upstream casts with perfect drag-free drifts. Pulsating the fly was not working, dragging the fly on the surface was not working at all. You had to be very good drifts. And of course, a couple of times I missed fish as well. I had to remind myself, take a breath and wait a little bit to cast again. And at least a couple of times that paid off. There's something to be said about tying a fly and getting a fish with it a few minutes afterwards. It's actually really cool. Of course, eventually I had to lose the two flies that I tied this morning. Without paying attention, got snagged on the trees and, well, I had to break it off. First time I really tried to retrieve it, this one was impossible. And I lost the two Amano Kebari that I had tied, so I'm using the Ishigaki Kebari right now. And the fish don't seem to be picky about which fly, as long as I have a very good presentation and a super good drift. They're not taking any fly on action or on dragging today, and I got a couple of rejections downstream from drifts that were not absolutely perfect. Oh yeah! Just like that. So fishing upstream today is much easier than any other position. I'd like to share a tip with you. As I mentioned today, drag-free drifts are absolutely essential. If you keep your arm close to your body, the fly is going to swing away from the current. But if you push it downstream and out at the same time as you drift the fly, it's going to follow the path of the current much better.